It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's a Monday morning, the start of a brand new day and brand new week. And so good to be in your company. Thanks for joining us. Now, internationally renowned South African fashion designer David Tlale has been a fashion powerhouse for the past 2 decades. And he recently returned from showcasing a unique street runway show at New York Fashion Week, as well as launching a new heritage design which celebrates the vibrant mix of all cultures within South Africa. So please, let's welcome fashion royalty King David Tlale. Yes! Celebrate and ululate.
You should. I
Sire. Great to have you. Welcome back.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Such a pleasure having you here. This is not your first time. It wasn't your first time showcasing in New York Fashion Week.
Yeah.
What's the experience like this time around when you've done it so many times?
I mean, you know, as a brand made in South Africa, you kind of like think, how am I going to reinvent myself? Are you going back into the tents? Are you going to be part of the runways? And also just like, how do you strengthen your signature as a brand? And I think the journey has been like really phenomenal this year. Like last year we started with like, you know, like a flash mob in Times Square. So this year we did it again. It like just on the streets of just New York, just like do this campaign and just like make sure that you stand out. And it's so interesting how actually the world is now catching up in what we're doing. A few brands started doing the same thing that we're doing, major brands, I'm not talking like small brands, major brands, and it's been like really beautiful to see that what we do is actually being recognized.
Look at these pictures, you literally took over New York. That's what I'm seeing.
We literally stopped traffic.
Exactly. That's beautiful to see.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now, what we also know, and very sadly so, and to you and your family, our condolences.
Thank you.
Mum Joyce was laid to rest very recently, and tell me about how I mean, Queen.
The Queen.
Queen. How you drew inspiration from your personal story and infused it into what we're seeing right now.
Sure. The collection, like, it was one of the most difficult collections to do because it's purely a tribute to my mum, how she's inspired me to become the man that I am, in terms of the growth, the hardships, and the ups and downs in life that, you know, you go through. And also making her to become the icon that she is in our lives today. And to say, it doesn't matter where you come from, but the heritage that she brought into us, which is love, respect, forgiveness, knowing God, and knowing that when it's all said and done, you can still make it. It doesn't matter where you come from. And those are the things that I will always cherish and forever love from our beloved mum. And people say, what textures did you bring? Did you pick up from her? Those fundamentals of life is what really defines me and defines us as a brand, David Tlale, because literally we started from nothing, and today we are a brand that is growing in South Africa and globally. So it was very, very important to reflect on the upbringing, which is purely what we stand for.
I'm always so mind blown, David, at your ability to tell stories through fashion. What goes on behind the scenes? So when you sit and you are crafting this heritage range, for example, how do you bring those textures to life in ways that are so beautiful?
I mean, we are continuously inspired by life, ups and downs, celebrations, and who we are as South Africans, because, like I said earlier, it's beautiful and it's very diverse. While I was growing up in Forsterus, I mean, we had multicultures, from the Tsongas, the Bedis, you know, the vendors, everybody, and also the traditions that, you know, other families had to celebrate, and we look at the costumes and all those things. Those things really inspired our journey. And then you look at growing up in South Africa, the colors of Buakap, the Nelson Mandela Bridge, the towers in Soweto, Ponte Towers in Hillbrow. Those beautiful landscapes, they make what South Africa is today and where we're going. And also learning from our different paths to say this is who we are.
Yeah.
It's okay from where we come from. It was not okay then from the apartheid days, but now we are reinventing new ways of doing things as South Africans. So it's very, very important to do so.
Yeah. So as the global brand that is David Tlale, what does the future hold? I mean, I feel like the world is your oyster and anything you touch literally turns to gold.
It does.
It really does. What's in the future?
I mean, what's in the future is like literally growing the brand by distributing the product. Also, just emphasizing on that the David Tlale brand is a lifestyle journey. And you look at the collaborations that we've done, and also the current heritage campaign that we are on right now. It's very, very important to say you keep on expanding the brand David Tlale to make it come alive, reinvent it, because our vision as a brand is to make sure that decades from now, even our children's children should still be talking about the brand David Tlale.
And they will. And they will, for
so.
sure, without a doubt. David, thank you so much. Such an inspiration. What a trailblazer. What an absolute pioneer, telling the South African and the African story indeed to the world. And, I mean, we really can't get our eyes off your absolutely striking designs, and I know that whatever the future holds is going to be really exciting.
I pray so.
Thank you,
Thank
David.
you.